Hi all and welcome to today's warm-up video regarding our lesson activities. If you bear with me, I promise you this will go by quickly. Sorry about that. So the lesson agenda for today. The objectives are, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to interpret the goals and intentions of the preamble of the U.S. Constitution and understand how the goals of the U.S. Constitution continue to impact our society today. The agenda is you watch this awesome warm-up video that is presenting to you right now. You'll participate in a share it activity with your peers, and you will provide revisions and have a full project workday. Students must submit a project link and a hard copy with a rubric attached tomorrow. Projects are due at the end of class, so you technically, with this day and tomorrow, you have 2 full more working days. So, the share it activity is just an opportunity for you guys to share your links with your peers and get feedback. So, and I apologize. In column A, you will write your last name. In column B, you will write your first name. In column C, you'll write link to project. If there are 2 members in your group, and maybe you're working as a partnership, you only have to do one person's name in the link. So multiple people do not have to submit a link. If you're working as an individual, you'll just fill this out and submit your link. After that, students will provide 1 glowing comment and 1 growing comment. So 1 glowing thing, something that you really, really liked, and another being something that you think they need to do better on, or maybe go back and revise. You'll also provide the first and last name of the student who provided the feedback. If someone else has already written here, try to find someone who doesn't have any comments on theirs. If you can't find one, you can add the feedback to column D and E. Just make sure you don't delete the person who wrote before you. That's a big thing we've seen with these Google Sheets. Also, please make sure that you're in the right period. We have period 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So please make sure you write it in the correct spot. Soft reminders, you need 5 to 6 pictures per slide. Images should be examples of how the goals of the Constitution are seen today in 2019. Please do not use duplicate examples. 1 news article title or quote per slide. Add the link to the speaker notes. And 6 to 8 slides total, not including the title and ending slide. I would strongly suggest referring to the HyperDoc and the checklist that I provided to you. So as I went through and I met with some of you yesterday, there still seemed to be different forms of discrepancy amongst what the expectation is. What I did was I created a specific example of what a A+ project would look like. Please do not use my examples, meaning don't take the pictures that I've used. If you already have them, fine, but if I end up getting your project and we have all the same examples, I know that there's a problem there. So I did an example on Form a More Perfect Union. The first thing you see is a 2018 income tax form. So in January, we'll get those of us who pay taxes and have jobs, will get an income tax form for 2019. So this is the most up-to-date tax return form. The next picture that you see is the United States Mint. That is where money is coined and printed, so where it is physically made. And as a reminder, both of these powers, the power to tax the citizens and the power to coin and print money, are powers given to Congress because the Articles of Confederation did not give the legislative branch that power. And as a result, we under the Articles of Confederation, could not collect money, so our economy was largely in debt without any opportunity to grow because the central government couldn't collect taxes. All the states were printing different money, so it was important to have a United States mint where all the money was made exactly the same. Here we have the Supreme Court, which ensures that all people are subject to the same law. And here, you know this man, Donald Trump, our president. He is the one who is the leader of our executive branch who enforces our laws. Under the Articles of Confederation, there was no court system, so it wasn't ensured that people received fair treatment and our basic liberties weren't protected. And we didn't have an executive branch, so we didn't have anyone to enforce the law. I also included a picture of the United States today, just as an example of how our country has grown and how we have become united. The only thing missing from this example right now is the link to the article title in the speaker notes. The link to the article talks about how Trump is enforcing pardons, and pardons are forgiving individuals who are convicted of a federal crime. And because he can enforce the laws as the leader of our executive branch, this is a power that he absolutely has, as given to him in the United States Constitution. As you can see, all of my examples represent something different. We have Congress can collect taxes and raise taxes. Congress can print money. There are national courts to make sure things are fair. Someone to enforce the law, and a nation of states that operate together. This is an A+ example. Not only is it organized, it's streamlined, it makes sense, it is visually appealing. You can read everything that's written. That's a big thing I've been seeing on some of yours where I can't read it. Please also make note that the title of the specific goal is listed. That's something that I saw some of you missing. So please look at my example, look at what you have. It should be examples of how form a more perfect union and the other goals of the Constitution are seen today. As far as submissions, students must get approval before submitting. Reviews will take place at the start of class tomorrow, November 22nd. After getting approval, you may print and submit your link. Approvals will start at the start of class. There's some of you where it's going to be easy. For the record, just because you get approval to submit does not mean that you are going to get an A. I will provide feedback. I'll tell you things that you need to do after we touch base once. If you do those things, great, but I will only touch base with you one time tomorrow. Listen, I know that recorded lessons are not the most fun things to watch, so I completely get it if you felt disconnected. If you missed something, please rewind, rewatch. I know it's hard when I'm out of school, so hopefully this is helpful. I want to say thank you, and if you have any questions, please reach me at my email. I might not be able to get back to you today as I'm out, but if I do, great. Please be respectful to the sub and have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.